Good evening. I'm Eddie Muller, and you're watching Turner Classic Movies. All month, we're spotlighting the Roaring Twenties, which means a lot of movies about gangsters, flappers, and speakeasies. Next, we have a movie from 1967 based on one of the most notorious crimes of the decade, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. In Prohibition-era Chicago, gangsters ruled the streets, and Al Capone was determined to become crime's biggest kingpin by wresting control of the city's profitable vice rackets, bootlegging, gambling, and prostitution. Capone was ruthless, sowing fear and spilling blood as his henchmen gunned down rivals all over the Windy City. By the end of the decade, only one competitor stood in his way, George "Bugs" Moran, leader of the North Side Gang. Now, despite his chosen career as a bootlegger, Moran considered himself a good Irish Catholic. He was disgusted that Capone included prostitution among his rackets. No love was lost between the two, and on Valentine's Day 1929, Chicago's turf war reached its violent climax. In telling this story, director Roger Corman wanted a gritty, almost documentary feel to his film. He dressed up the backlot at Desilu Studios to replicate the long-gone Chicago of the 1920s. In the end, Corman was so proud of this film, he declared it the most accurate and truthful picture ever made about the gangs in Chicago. Corman wanted Orson Welles to play Capone, with Jason Robards in the role of his rival, Bugs Moran. Since the 1950s, Corman had been an independent producer and basically doing everything his way. But this was his first picture for a major studio, 20th Century Fox. It had ultimate control, and for once, Corman didn't have final say. Fox executives felt Welles was too headstrong and unreliable, so Corman grudgingly recast Robards as Capone, with Ralph Meeker stepping in as Bugs Moran. Written by Howard Brown, who also scripted the 1961 film Portrait of a Mobster about gangster Dutch Schultz, here is the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. No independent producer was more successful than Roger Corman at making low-budget genre pictures. He's more than earned his nickname as the King of the Bees. This film, however, was his first chance to work for a major studio. And despite having more money and time than usual, Corman still shot it cheaply, quickly, and resourcefully, his trademark. And even though he brought the project in under budget, it still lost money. Its rat-a-tat machine guns and no-nonsense narration felt a bit out of time in 1967, especially compared to director Arthur Penn's groundbreaking Bonnie and Clyde, which came out the same year. But Corman wasn't deterred. He kept producing period-piece crime movies for his own company, cranking out such murderously maternal drive-in fare as Big Bad Mama, Crazy Mama, and Bloody Mama, the last one starring Shelley Winters as Ma Barker. Up next, a landmark pre-code crime drama that's a thinly disguised telling of the Al Capone story.